So hey guys, so welcome to another Warframe video, and today I want to talk a little bit about the Voidrig Necramech because I finally managed to do a full build for it, which is quite expensive, but I wanted to see what a fully juiced up Necramech feels like, and now that I have it, I want to share my sort of findings with you and help you decide whether this may be something you want to do as well. First things first though, you really don't have to go all the way like I did, because in the end I used 6 Forma on the Voidrig as well as 3 Forma on the Archibex for a grand total of 9 Forma to max it out. But you can get most of the stuff you need for the Necramech for it to actually be very effective with far less Forma, with the remaining Forma being sort of reserved for things you want rather than need. Also, the vast majority of your damage isn't actually affected by your Necramech at all. It's mostly dependent on your Argan or the Archibex, whereas modding the Necramech contributes to defense almost in its entirety. So let us finally check out the build, shall we? So first up we have the Voidrig, 6 Forma, 80 capacity and not a point to spare. My god, this looks kind of ridiculous, I love it. So we start off with the defense, and I feel this is the most important stuff. So we have Necramech Vitality for the health, Necramech Steel Fiber for armor, and Necramech Repair. This will restore 30% of your maximum Necramech health over 3 seconds when you fall below 20% health, and it has a 15-second cooldown. Then for an additional bit of defense, I've added Necramech Redirection for the shield capacity and Necramech Deflection for shield recharge as well. Then I went with Necramech Thrusters for more engine capacity so that you can sprint and slide for much longer, Necramech Refuel so that the engine bar recharges faster, and Necramech Raid so that 15% of all damage I take to health is converted into energy. This, with a little bit of care, can sustain your energy pretty well. After that, you definitely want to use Necramech Hydraulics for the mobility, otherwise you're going to be fairly immobile. And then it's mostly a flex slot where I put Necramech Enemy Sense for the enemy radar because I like enemy radar, but you can easily replace it with Necramech Flow or Streamline or that kind of stuff. And we top it off with Necramech Continuity, which is going to give you a little bit of efficiency in guard mode, as well as Necramech Intensifier, which is going to give you more damage for guard mode, as well as a stronger shield from your 2. An important thing here though is that I don't have Necramech Streamline yet, so once I get it, I will take out Necramech Continuity and put in Streamline instead for overall efficiency rather than just efficiency for the guard mode. My weapon of choice for the Voidrig, or for Necramechs in general, is the Mausoleum because it's really good, and here I'm running a 1 Forma hybrid build. And I'm running a similar setup for the Archibex, where I'm running Primed Rubido Line Barrel, dual rounds for multi-shot, Parallax Scope for crit chance, Hallowed Bullets for crit damage, then we have Automatic Trigger for the Fire Rate because you can't run crit focus, you can't aim down sights with it, and I'm running Hybrid with the Radiation, so Combustion Rounds, Magma Chamber, and Charge Bullets for a ton of radiation, but also a good amount of status. Now if you've never played with the Voidrig properly, and you've never modded up the Archibex, and you're asking yourself, is this really worth investing 3 Forma into? Well, here is what it does. So yeah, you could say that it's not too bad. So is this all worth doing in the end? Well, the Archibex is definitely worth it, 100%, because you can get some insane Eidolon damage out of it, as well as just damage in general. But the Necramech, I don't think it's necessarily worth going all the way, unless that's something you want to do. And I think that's a good thing because it's for a good reason. The Necramech has so many slots, you can fit in the things you need as well as the things you want. So you can very easily go for like a bare minimum type setup and it's gonna be fine. A setup where you would just run Vitality, Steel Fiber, Repair, and Rage with possibly Hydraulics so that you're a little bit more mobile is going to provide you with the majority of the stuff you need, because Intensify and Continuity are mostly there for the Archibex, Enemy Sense is more of a personal preference, Redirection and Deflection are more of a bonus rather than a necessary thing because you already have a bunch of health, bunch of armor, and you can repair via Necramech Repair, and Refuel and Thrusters are just there so that you can sprint or slide more often or for longer periods of time. I would highly recommend you go with at least the bare minimum type setup because Necramechs are obviously going to play a role in the game. I mean, hell, we even got an event where not having a Necramech is a massive detriment because the Necramechs you find lying around are just bad. And if you're at least somewhat into the Necramech gameplay, I would highly recommend you go with a little bit better setup because, my god, it feels a hell of a lot better to ride around in a fully kitted out Necramech than just a Necramech that has some bare bones mods on it. I mean, seriously, when you have have a fully kitted out Necramech with a good Argon and you have a maxed out Arcabex as well, it is an absolute death machine. And that is pretty much all I wanted to say, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and I will see you next time. Bye bye.